you ever wondered what happens if something gets stuck in your vagina? Maybe you have heard disgust stories or have personal experience with this embarrassing and potentially painful problem. We are going to tackle this sensitive topic and provide you with the expert advice you need to stay safe and healthy. This video is all about what happens if something gets stuck in your vagina. We'll be covering 1. The anatomy of the vagina and how things can get stuck. Number 2, common items that can get stuck and how we can go about it to prevent them. Point 3, what to do if something does get stuck and when to seek medical attention. Point number 4, the tips for maintaining good vaginal health and preventing future problems. This video is packed with valuable information and expert advice that you won't want to miss. Whether you are looking to educate yourself, alleviate concerns, or simply feel more confident and empowered when it comes to vaginal health, this video is for you. Now, we're going to look at the anatomy of the vagina. I know I have discussed this detailedly on my previous video. You can check on my previous video on the anatomy of the vagina. But let me just give you a recap of the structure of the vagina. The vagina is a muscular, elastic tube that connects the cervix to the outside of the body. It is designed to expand and contract, but it is not a bottomless pit. Guys, take note. The vaginal walls are lined with mucous membrane that helps keep the vagina clean and lubricated. That is why the vagina is a self-cleansing organ, right? The vagina is a self-cleansing organ. Now, let us look at the common items that can get stuck in your vagina. There are several common items that can get stuck in your vagina, often accidentally, right? Here is a list of some items and tips how to prevent the incidents. Number 1, we are going to look at tampons. Sometimes tampons can be left in too long, or users may even forget they are being worn. Number 2, we have condoms. Condoms can be a wrong size, improperly used, or leading to splitting off and getting lost in the vagina. Point number 3, we have menstrual cups. Incorrect placement or removal of techniques can result in the cup getting stuck. Point number 4, we have fingers or objects. Inadvertent insertion of fingers, toys, other objects may lead to items become stuck in the vagina. Balloons. Inflated balloons or pieces of balloons are sometimes left during play. Point number 6, we have small foreign objects like coins, beads, screw may accidentally be inserted without knowing or even knowingly, right? When these items are being stuck into the vagina, it is very dangerous to our health. That is why we need to do everything possible in our knowledge, in our capacity to prevent these items from being stuck in our vagina. We are going to look at prevention tips as mentioned in our outline, how to prevent these items. Remember, there is a saying where they say prevention is better than cure, right? So we need to do everything possible to prevent these items from getting into our vagina. Number 1 tip is education. Understanding how to properly use tampons and menstrual cups, including recognizing when they should be changed or removed, is very important. It is very crucial. Point number 2, mindfulness. Guys, I know you'll be surprised. Be aware of the items you are using during sexual activity or while exploring your body. Ensure that they are safe and designed for such use. Point number 3, proper sizing. Use condoms and diaphragms that are the correct size to minimize slippage during use into the vagina. Point number 4, supervision. If you're using toys engaging in sexual exploration, ensure that items are designed for internal use and have a flat base to prevent them from getting lost. Right? So if you want to exploit your sexual exploration, you should make sure that these particular items have been designed, have been manufactured to be used internally. If not, guys, you don't need to use it because it's going to endanger your vaginal health. Point number 5, communication. These boundaries and practices with partners, especially when engaging in new activities. It is very, very important. Communication is very, very crucial to avoid any danger in our health condition. Right? Point number 6, regular checks. If you are using items like tampons or menstrual cups, as previously mentioned, set reminders to check and change it regularly. Now, imagine that these items, you find any of these items being stuck in your vagina. What can you do as a person? That's what we want to look at it. What to do is something gets stuck in your vagina. It is important to seek medical assistance promptly. Avoid trying to remove the object yourself, as this can lead to injury or infection. The healthcare professional can safely remove the foreign object and address any potential complications. Right? Maintaining awareness and using items as directed can greatly reduce the risk of an object becoming stuck in your vagina. Regular communication about safety and awareness in sexual health practices can contribute to a positive and a safe experience. Let us look at what do we do when something gets into our vagina. Let us look at the essential approach that it can help us, the steps that it can help us to remain calm in such situations. When you find out that something is in there, number 1 is to assess the situation. Determine what is stuck or what is in. How deeply is it lodged? If it is a small object, you may be able to remove it yourself. Point number 2 that you should take note of, you need to relax. Tension can make it harder to remove an object, especially when you are agitated, you have an anxiety. Find a comfortable, a private space and take a few deep breaths to help relax your body. Point number 3, wash your hands before attempting to remove the object. Ensure your hands are clean to prevent infections. Remember that the vagina itself is very prone to infection. Point number 4, use your fingers. If the object is visible and not stuck deeply, gently try to grab it with your fingers to pull it out. Use a gentle touch. Don't be so hard. Point number 5, position is very important. Some people find it helpful to squat or lie down with legs elevated to help with the removal. If this is the case, of course, it's going to help you. Point number 6, do not use objects. Avoid using tools or non-medical objects to try to extract the item, as this can cause injury. Point number 7, seek medical attention. You should see a healthcare professional if the object is too deep to reach. Secondly, you experience pain, bleeding, or signs of infection. It can be a fever, it can be unusual discharge. Point 3, you cannot remove the object after a reasonable effort. Point 4, you are feeling anxious or unsure about the situation. These are some points that you can call for the help of a medical healthcare professional. Now, let us continue looking at the tips. Emergency services. Point number 8. What to do if something gets stuck in your vagina. Emergency services. If you are in a severe pain, have heavy bleeding, or feel like you may be in a life-threatening situation, go to the emergency room or call for emergency assistance, right? It is important to remember that medical professionals encounter this situation frequently and we handle them safely and confidently. So, if you are uncertain or uncomfortable, it is always better to seek help. The last topic to discuss, as stipulated in our outline above, tips for maintaining good vaginal health. Now, I just want to give you a recap because on my previous video on types of vaginal discharges and their various causes, I did mention or I did elaborate on these tips. But to give you a recap, if you did not watch that video, I advise that you should go check the video on my channel and watch. To prevent future problems and maintain good vaginal health, you need to practice good hygiene and clean your sex toys and contraceptives regularly. Use lubricants to reduce friction and prevent irritation. Point number 3, avoid using scented soaps or dodging, as this can disrupt the natural balance of bacteria in the vagina. Guys, if you have any questions, concern about vaginal health or getting something stuck inside your vagina, please leave a comment below. Your feedback is valuable to us and we would love to hear from you. Of course, I know you like this video. Be sure to check our video on signs and symptoms of your vagina is unhealthy and what to watch for. Thanks again for watching, and we wish you a healthy and a happy life. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more health and awareness content. Of course, you can even share with your friends, you can share with your family. Of course, you don't know, maybe somebody somewhere may need this information. Thank you guys for watching. I wish you a blessed